name is Dawn. I'm a disabled American. Over the last 3 years, we've seen the erosion of so many rights in this country. This administration in particular has made it their mission to attack our freedoms and dismantle every foundation of democracy. Every move the US government makes mirrors the historical rise of fascism in Europe, that same fascism that Americans died fighting. Yet here we are today, afraid to call a genocide for what it is because this government is abducting people for speaking out. One dangerous parallel to Nazi Europe is the quickening pace towards institutionalization of disabled people. Beginning in 1939, Germany enacted what would later be called the T4 programs, where they murdered their disabled population. This was eugenics in action. No human has the power to decide if another's life is worth living. But here we are again. Lawmakers here in the Capitol are taking away the very essentials that disabled Americans survive on. Cuts to Medicaid, SNAP, Social Security, and other essential funds that support disabled Americans are being gutted, while spending on war has surpassed $1 trillion.
Shame.
The Department of Justice just announced it will no longer enforce the Olmstead decision that defends disabled people's right to live in community.
Shame.
Those of us in the disability community and the healthcare workers who care for disabled people have all seen the horrific videos of what institutionalization looks like. We have seen people chained to beds with sores all over their bodies. We have seen the after effects of the torturous shock therapy and the neglect, exploitation, and abuse that happened in these hospitals and still happens to this day. The last 50 years of progress has only begun to undo that harm. Disabled people still live with the trauma and reverberations of the complete devaluation of their life and lack of acknowledgement of their complete personhood. But instead of caring for our disabled community, these lawmakers continue to vote to cut their access to life-sustaining supports. They cut scientific research that would have helped prevent mass disabling caused by COVID, and the recent outbreak of a parasite that left thousands of Americans sick. Instead, they choose to send money to a country known to be committing genocide. They choose to bomb disabled schools in southern Lebanon and mass disable people in other countries. They choose to fund the mass disabling of Palestinians, making the Gaza the site of the world's largest cohort of child amputees. They're funding the deafening of children and the intentional blinding of people, including the illegal use of personal communication devices as explosives that would leave many without fingers, hands, and eyes in the pager attacks on Lebanon. If lawmakers here in the Capitol care about life and freedom, if they care about their constituents, they will stop using all our tax dollars for war. If they truly are listening to the people, they will vote to fund healthcare, education, and housing for people struggling to survive under the rising cost of living. They will vote for programs that sustain life and against spending money on tearing apart our communities here, at home, and around the world. The choice is up to them if they want the support of the American people, and if they want to support the American people, or do they want to keep robbing the American people and feeding the insatiable appetite of the war machine?